Well, thanks again for joining us. And as always, we're streaming live on our channel on YouTube. My Joy Online TV is a channel there. Please go search for us on YouTube. Great empowerment we do all the time. And I hope that you will be empowered by the discussions next. Because extending help and helping other people who are in the minority in our society is always good. And that's what the Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry is doing, because it's presenting this year's 2017 Day of Help. It's an event started last year, continuing this year. And on this day, the church provides free medical services to the poor and the needy in our society, including other people. And the head pastor of the church is here, the Reverend Steve Mensah, is live here. Thanks for joining me, Rev.
Thank you very much.
Okay. One thing I know is that you're a twin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been to your church. You were the other side and your twin was the other. I got confused because I left and I went and I said, are they not the same? They said, no. The person is still preaching.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but it's all good.
Many people get confused.
Yes. Okay, so I'm not alone. But the Day of Help, it's something you instituted last year. You're continuing this year.
Yeah.
What was the rationale in the first place?
Last year was an election year. And, we used to do a lot of activities in the north and other places. And we felt that because of the activities of campaigns and things, we decided to relax our evangelistic campaigns. And then we realized that there are a lot of disabled people in Accra metropolis. So we met with the executives. And when we met with the executives, we were blown away by the numbers that were physically challenged and all that. So we decided to bring them together at the Independence Square to extend a hand of fellowship and help them. So we gathered doctors, nurses, ophthalmologists, dentists, and then we also took care of them in several ways. We helped them with their clutches, and then wheelchairs, and we gave them towels and buckets and clothing and mattresses, because some of them are lying on cardboards on the streets of Accra. You see a lot of beggars.
So if we're saying physically challenged, or those who are challenged in our society, who do we mean? What category of people?
We are not
talking about those who are physically challenged or disabled.
And then we are talking about those who are visually impaired, the deaf community. There are over 2,000 deaf people in Accra metropolis, over 2,500 blind, and then we have cerebral palsy, children who are suffering from cerebral palsy, and then we have autistic children. We also have those who are visually impaired, like I said, and other disabilities. There are other disabilities, can't even describe them. We have the little people, and the burn survivors, and then we also have other groups of disabilities, the mental health.
And so they are roped in. How do you get them you do announcements on radio and TV or something?
Yes,
like
we are running some promos on Joy. We thank God for Praise TV, who is running the promo on it. We are bringing them. Last year, we had about 10,000 of them coming.
10,000?
Yes, 10,000. We have the footages to show 10,000 disabled people were there. And this year, 15,000 are coming. And we put buses in most of them.
And these are visuals from last year, I believe.
Yes, these are visuals from last year. And if the footages will show you, you see doctors taking care of them.
And where did you convene this? What did you hold this event?
At Independence Square.
In Accra?
In Accra, yeah. We cover the whole of the Independence Square.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is not a church service. This is just giving free services.
Giving free services.
All right. How do you fund it?
From the church.
You guys are rich.
Sponsors.
You guys are rich.
We thank God.
All right. But at the end of the day, essentially, you want to cater for the needy and the minority groups in our society.
Yeah.
Okay. So where would they be coming from, only in Accra or from elsewhere?
This year we are widening the scope. They are coming from the Volta region, Central region, all over the place. We've rented 70 Metro Mass Transport, placed them in all those places. We have demarcated the place. You know, the people are in associations and groups. And you know that in this country we have about 241,000 persons with disability in this country.
241,000 persons. Even this statistic, I'm deficient in it. I don't know.
Yeah, I also didn't know until we met
241,000 physically challenged.
physically challenged in our society.
Wow, wow.
And
wow.
some of them, most of them don't work. They are living with very deplorable conditions. So we decided to call this period the day of help, so that the day that we are helping.
So usually you need some assistance from beyond the church.
Yeah, we have a lot of people helping us. Coca-Cola is helping us, bringing us free drinks, special mineral water, give us 10,000 bottles of water, ash foam. You know, most of them are sleeping on the ground, cardboards and things. So we went to ash foam, and they gave us half price of their mattresses and gave us 10% of every quantity. We are believing God to bring 10,000 mattresses to the ground, so that everybody will go home with it.
Right.
We're also giving them rice, gari, sugar.
So those you bring, the groups who ferry them back?
Yes.
Who you give them transports?
Yes, we have already rented the Metro Mass transport.
So it's just a means of making sure that they go back. They're professionals. Are they only from your church, or sometimes they are volunteers beyond?
We also appeal for volunteers to come around, to come and help them. Volunteers who come from all over, nurses, doctors. So if you're a nurse, you're a doctor, on that they want you to come and bring your services and come and help the people for free. This year we have 98 doctors who are going to be on standby. We also have dentists and ophthalmic nurses.
I see a good friend of mine, Patricia Gasu. She's the one who is supplying motivation for me every morning. So no wonder you're here.
Yes,
she does good work.
Yes,
God bless her.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, we know that we have a lot of these people who are conflicted with some of these challenges in our society. What do you think beyond the church we can do, beyond your church, we can do as religious institutions to help such people?
Yeah, there are so many ways we can do to help. Going forward, we have decided that we want to build a disability village. And so we have spotted a 250-acre land at the bridge there. We want to build homes for them and get rid of all beggars and all these from the street, and give them a decent place to sleep, give them a trade. We want to build a hospital there. We want to build a craft for them to be able to learn to weave or do certain things. And that is our vision now, going forward onto a more permanent solution for their problems.
What do you call it? Disability village.
Yes.
I love that. Reverend Steve Menson's Disability Village. Yes. That'll be great. But this event is taking place when again?
9th of September.
9th of September.
Yeah.
That will be next week?
Yes, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Independence Square here in Accra. It is the Day of Help by the name of your church?
C.E.M. Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry.
Where are you located?
Not Legon. Not Legon. Opposite Wisconsin University.
You heard God's voice. That's how you became a pastor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Other men of God, are they also supporting you?
Yeah, we are in collaboration with the Lighthouse Chapel International. I think our footages will show that Bishop Dag was there, and he told me last year that this year, Steve, you are not doing this alone. We are joining together with you. So they have even ordered some wheelchairs from China. They're already in the country.
Chinese wheelchairs?
Yeah, they build nice wheelchairs. Other companies and organizations also, we've ordered the wheelchairs, we've cleared them, and we're bringing them there so that, there are a lot of people who are clawing on the ground, they don't have wheelchairs.
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, so we want to put all those people in wheelchairs.
At least try to help them as many as you can.
Yes, because if people don't work, they don't have any job.
I think that talking about this, then we'll need some donations. If anybody is watching us this morning and would want to help, the Day of Help is being organized by the Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry. It's led by Reverend Steve Mensah. And just in case you want to help, please make sure that you contact a certain. There should be a platform and number that they can contact.
Yeah, you can call 0244 230 837.
0244
230 837.
Don't worry, I'm a broadcaster. We tend to do it better. So 0244 230
837.
837.
Yes.
You are saying it God's way. I'm saying it the broadcasting way.
Thank you.
Thank you also for passing through the studio.
Okay.
And we'll try and be there with you.
Okay.
The 9th of September, it is the Independence Square here in Accra. Please make sure that you also come and contribute before the time. If you can't be there, that's good. Make sure your contributions come in. And then also make sure that you come to help on the Day of Help. It is the second edition, started last year. It's by the Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry. We thank God for life. Well, we have to take a break because talking about help and how we can improve people's life and their livelihoods, we know that a team of medical doctors, they are also helping people, and they call themselves the GRAT Foundation. They are in the Greater Accra and Eastern regions providing free reconstructive plastic surgery services, and the foundation will provide free cleft lip and palliative surgeries for poor and needy patients in 2 regions. Mamavi Usoabwaji will be live from the Ridge Hospital here in Accra with those discussions with the great medical doctors of the GRAT Foundation who are doing great work.